touching the womb isn't just massaging it. It's reconnecting and remembering, coming home to yourself. Welcome to Monday Movements. I'm Shannon. I'm going to take you through a somatic practice off the back end of last week's episode where we talked about the psychosomatics that are linked to presentations of the womb or any issues that you may be having with the womb. So we're going to start to take the information from last week's episode and put that into practice with a somatic exercise. If you haven't watched the episode from the previous week, I highly recommend doing that so you can have some context with where we're coming from before we begin this practice. But let's get started. So first things first, we want to get the position ready. Your position is going to look a little bit different to mine potentially because the position I'd recommend you to be in is laying supine. So face up with your knees bent and feet slightly apart, knees knocked together. This is like a resting supine position. It's very common in yoga and Pilates if you're familiar, but if not, I will show you what this looks like right now. So once you're in that position, or you can try slightly reclined so that your whole torso is relaxed because we need the abdomen to be relaxed. So for me, I'm going to start here, slightly reclined, upright seated, and in a position where I know my hip flexors and my abdomen muscles are not going to kick in because I'm fully relaxed back. So you can also try this position too, but I do recommend the other position I showed you to begin with. So once you've found your comfortable position, let's begin. So we're going to start with a triangle position on the hands, and we're going to place them on the womb, just resting your hands either down on the bed or whatever surface you're laying on, or if you're reclined like me in a seated position, just resting your arms down into the reclined chair. And first we're just going to begin by dropping in with the breath, so just sending our breath to the lower belly, allowing some noise on the exhales, doing 2 more. Breathing into the sides, the back, and the front of the abdomen. And now I want you to feel for your pubic bone. Come about 1 centimeter above, and that generally is where the womb is located. And this is where we want the base of our triangle to be situated. So just finding the pubic bone, coming about 1 centimeter above, and placing the tips of our fingers there in this triangle. We're going to begin with a very, very slow, soft stirring in a clockwise direction with these fingertips, very gentle, like we're stirring honey, bringing in patience and softness. And as we're doing this, we're feeling for any areas of resistance or tenderness. Even with this gentle pressure, it's not a hard pressure. We can still pick up on the subtleties of tenderness and points of resistance. I feel it here, for example. So I'm going to stop and pause there. I'm going to apply a little bit more pressure. Again, very gentle. It's very subtle, but it's a little pressure upwards and in. So I'm actually bringing the upper part of my hands off my abdomen and using that to just gently apply some inward pressure in the fingertips, in the point of resistance. And just holding that space there, we're going to start to drop into the senses of the body. What is it that you can sense here? Is there a coolness or heat? Is there a softness? Or perhaps a feeling of tightness or ropiness? Just noticing what you feel here without even needing to necessarily name it. Just give it that space. Pause, allow your awareness to drop down here and to feel what needs to be felt. Noticing if the tissue responds to this inward pressure. And if not, just simply wait here. Allow it to respond, allow it to relax. And then begin to inquire, what emotion or feeling comes up here? Giving yourself that time and space to really sit with this. Pause, inquire what emotion or feeling resides within this area here. Witnessing what comes up without putting any pressure on yourself. Just noticing what you notice. And give yourself that time for the tissue to fully respond, fully release, And then once you feel like that's released, coming back to that triangle over the womb right in the center, we're going to finish off with an energetic aspect to this somatic practice, helping us to close down the practice with a sense of reverence for our body. So either with the eyes closed or the gaze relaxed and down, begin to visualize a deep orange glow expanding in the pelvic bowl, just beneath your hands. And with each inhale, feel it pulse. With each exhale, let the orange glow soften. Inhaling, feel it pulse, and exhale, feeling the womb soften. And just being here with this orange glow in the pelvic bowl, reciting the incantation either aloud or in your head. I honor the space within me. I release what no longer needs to be held. And you can slowly open your eyes, come back to the space around you, taking the time to journal or have a tea, just remaining in stillness for a little while after this practice, and just allowing yourself to fully integrate what's come up for you. Let me know what you think of the practice in the comments below, and I'll see you next Monday for our next Monday Movement episode.